Welcome to the session of Supply Chain Management. Today in this session, I am going to take the topic Venta Identification, Selection, Evaluation and Development. So first we can look who is a vendor. Vendor is also known as a supplier. Is an individual or a company that sells goods or services to someone else in economic production chain. For example, we can say that manufacturers act as vendors to wholesalers and retailers, whereas wholesalers and retailers act as vendors to consumers because they are supplying some products to consumers. So, in today's competitive marketplace, some companies have moved from single vendor to multiple vendors. It means that purchasing products from multiple vendors. So, this sourcing process is not only focused on the cost reduction and the improvement of efficiency, but also it focuses on the enhance the customer service, and also it helps to improve the organizational key competencies. Nowadays, it is difficult to get vendors that are dedicated and almost the part of the organization's family. For getting that types of vendors, we need to maintain a healthy relationship with vendors. So maintaining healthy relationship means this can be professional relationship as well as personal relationship. We can build a professional relationship by fair negotiation and fair evaluation and by providing fair compensation and all. And we can build a personal relationship by helping that vendors in the time of stress and strain, providing them financial aids, technical aids, and management skills if necessary. As I said earlier that it is difficult to get that dedicated vendors. So, in order to get that types of vendors, we need to look out some procedures. So, first procedure is the vendor identification. We can identify the vendors through these sources. First one is the internet. Internet is a big source to get list of vendors. There are more search engines to get the vendors that are appropriate to our specification. And the next one is the business associates. In our day-to-day context, take an opportunity to mention that we need some vendors for part of our services and all. So, from the side of your business acquaintances, you will get some vendors list. And third one is the registers and directories. You can use trusted registers and directories which contain a list of suppliers and all. So, these are some sources to identify the vendors. Next one is the vendor selection. The vendor selection process starts with analyze the business requirements. Analyze the business requirements means first you need to form a team. This team define the product and service that you require, and this team define the technical aid that you require, and this team define the vendor specification according to your organization specifications. Then according to the requirements, you need to make a requirements document. That is the first step. Analyze the business requirements. And the second one is the vendor search. Start to search for the vendors according to your requirements, and compile a list of vendors and ask them for the information regarding your products and services. Then vendor will reply through RFP and RFQ. RFP means request for proposal and RFQ means request for quotation. Request for proposal means it is a document which contains about the products and service that vendor will give to us. And the RFQ means request for quotation. It contains the pricing details of the project. So we will get the proposal from vendors. So next step is to review of all vendor proposal. We need to review the proposals from vendors. Next step is the select the winning vendor. From the proposal that we are getting from vendors, select the appropriate vendor according to their performance. We need to score the vendors, whether they are according to our requirements or not. So select the winning vendor from that list. Next is the contract negotiation strategy. This is the last step in the vendor selection. Here we start to we plan for the negotiation procedures and all. So these are the steps in the vendor selection. Next is vendor evaluation. Vendor evaluation means evaluating our suppliers, whether they are adaptable to our organization or not. So vendor evaluation is done through supplier evaluation framework. This supplier evaluation helps to evaluate our suppliers. It can be done both in existing as well as the potential suppliers. So now let's look what is a supplier evaluation framework. Supplier evaluation framework acts as a basis for evaluation. It provides a uniform procedure for all companies to evaluate their vendors and all. And through the supplier evaluation framework, we will get a deeper knowledge about our suppliers, and it also provides the suppliers data and all. And it acts as an improvement tool for the development of the vendors. So this is the supplier evaluation framework. A teacher evaluates a student by analyzing his performance in the class, by analyzing his marks and all, and his behavior and all. So that way we can evaluate a supplier on the basis of some criteria. Let's look what are the criteria and parameters in evaluation. The first one is the ownership. Ownership means whether the company have a stability in ownership. And the next one is the management, whether the company manage the process and functions in the organization like operations management, risk management, and customer satisfaction, etc. Next one is the quality, whether the company is producing a quality product or not. And the next criteria is the logistics, whether the company is delivering their goods and services on time or not. Next one is the product development, whether the company involved in research and development, and if they whether they are good in the product development session. And next one is the economy, whether the company is financially stable or not. And the other one is the productivity, whether the company is using any process or product control measures to increase their productivity. And next one is the purchasing. Is their purchasing procedures are good or not? Next one is the sourcing process. How their sourcing process is carried out to give subcontractors to other companies. And last criteria is the subcontractor performance. As I told earlier, the company may do sourcing processes. So whether their subcontractors are good in their in performance or not. So these are some criteria and parameters to evaluate the suppliers. Next is the vendor development. Through vendor development, we can create new vendors in our marketplace. So first one we can do is the lending money. Lending money for this vendor, the supplier companies in their stress and strain time. And next one is the lending technical help. We can provide technical help to vendors if they have any technical problems. And the third one is we can help in research and development. So we can help to improve their products and services. Next one is we can guarantee certain amount of business with them. If the company have proper financial aid, technical aid and all, for that companies we can make a collaboration with them in various projects and all. So through these processes we can develop vendors. So I'm concluding my topic by saying that vendor is an important factor or important element in the supply chain of organization. Through vendor relation is the process starting from identification, selection, evaluation, and vendor development is also an important factor in vendor relation. So by choosing appropriate vendors and help maintaining a relationship with them, we can make a high competitive advantage in our organization. So that's all about the topic. Thank you.